In today's news, BURT Point Sewage Plant fully operational. SCATLIFFE-BOYNES to retire after 33 years in service. The Honorable Lorna Smith opens the 1st District Office on ANEGADA. Honorable Wheatley seeks more services for the sister island of ANEGADA. And the O'Neill Foundation to host culinary events. BVI continues to grow in cruise tourism, says Tourism Minister. And BVI Barracudas swim team defying the odds. We have the details of this and so much more when 284 News returns.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Start the year off with more speed, more downloading, more savings, and more fire. CCT Fire Fiber Internet gives you the speed you need to keep the whole family connected. Packages starting at $119 with speeds from 300 megabytes per second, super fast, unlimited downloads, even more reliable connectivity, plus free live streaming TV for the family to enjoy. Sign up for the absolute best fiber internet service in the BVI CCT Fire and pay no installation fee. Plus, get CCT Live TV for free. You deserve more. Get more with CCT. Life Unlimited.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Tuesday, April 16th, 2024. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Tuesday's wish to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast on the local scene. After languishing in despair since the devastating hurricanes of 2017, the BURT Point wastewater treatment plant has been resurrected, signaling a significant stride forward in environmental conservation and public health. A ceremony held on Friday, April 12th marked the official recommissioning of the plant, attended by esteemed dignitaries and officials. Minister for Communications and Works, the Honorable Kai M. Reimer, lauded the plant's reopening, highlighting its critical role in providing tertiary-level sewage treatment to key areas in the surrounding communities. He emphasized that the approximately $2.6 million invested in the rehabilitation works and upgrades has transformed the facility into a state-of-the-art operation and announced a pivotal shift in sewage disposal practices, noting that all dumping of sewage at the Roadtown pump station is now prohibited and should be redirected to the newly operational BURT Point pump station.
We didn't just repair the plant, we had some additions to it. As Honorable Fraser mentioned, we will now be taking all the dumping of the sewage away from Roadtown, and all the dumping would be done right here at the BURT Point plant. This is a new addition to the plant that we negotiated, and knowing the importance of our environment and what takes place in Roadtown, we thought it was necessary to take it away from Roadtown and bring it here to the BURT Point plant. So I'm happy that we were able to get that achieved, and I think shortly you would see the sewage truck coming, and it's right at this area where they would be dumping the sewage from now on, and we would be shutting down the Roadtown receiving station.
Minister Reimer, while noting that the government expended more than $10 million to acquire the plant, said plans are in place to ensure that all commissioned plants are properly maintained. He further said the comprehensive upgrades to the BURT Point facility, which included the installation of new equipment and infrastructure enhancements, have elevated its capacity to treat sewage to a higher standard.
It encourages us now to take care of it and make sure that the plant is functioning, and it's in line with the state-of-the-art plans that we are actually commissioning here in our territory, because Kingarden Bay, and now we have BURT Point, and we are working on the Barracuda Bay plant. And what the ministry is intending to do as we work to maintain these infrastructure is to have a management team to actually work alongside with the water and sewage team, build some capacity, and actually actually do the maintenance and monitoring of all these plants. So those are ways in which we are hoping that we would have these plants lasting for a long time.
Premier and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Honorable Natalia D. Wheatley, echoed Minister Reimer's sentiments, reaffirming the government's commitment to resolving the territory's infrastructural challenges. He underscored the priority placed on sewage and road repairs, emphasizing their significance in fostering sustainable development and enhancing the quality of life for all residents.
We are committed to solving the infrastructural challenges being experienced by the people of the Virgin Islands. And high on that list is sewage. Of course, roads and water are also high on the list in fixing the infrastructural challenges that we face. As we speak, there's action taking place in Long Swamp, where the pumping station is being installed there. So delayed is not denied. Of course, we know sometimes these things take longer than we want to. But the Minister for Communications and Works and this entire government, we remain resilient. And we continue to push until we get to our ultimate goal, which is ensuring that the people of the Virgin Islands have the standard of living that they deserve.
Meanwhile, 3rd District Representative on the opposition, the Honorable Julian Fraser, R.A., expressed satisfaction at the plant's recommissioning, although noting that the delay is well-weighted. He reiterated his long-standing advocacy against the adverse effects of raw sewage dumping in the ocean. He emphasized the importance of prompt action in protecting the marine ecosystems.
This plant got damaged. I think some people argue that it was damaged or out of commission before Hurricane Irma. Some people argue that. I don't know, but I do know that it hasn't functioned since Hurricane Irma. This government has some responsibility for it not being commissioned sooner. But then they're not the only government that's sit since it was out of commission. And I continue to talk about it. So yes, Minister, last Tuesday in the House of Assembly, I did mention it. I didn't say anything terrible about it. I just mentioned it, among other things. And see what happened? It's commissioned.
Moving right along, in a recent Facebook post, the Director of Social Security Board of the Virgin Islands announced her retirement as of July 2nd, 2024. Mrs. Jeanette SCATLIFFE-BOYNES has served as the Director of Social Security Board for the past 3 years and Deputy Director for 30 years. In chronicling her journey, an eager SCATLIFFE-BOYNES said, and I quote, "I'm looking forward to surviving the clock after working as a part-time receptionist at Frenchman's Reef Hotel, St. Thomas, while attending UVI, 13 years in numerous departments at the Bank of Montreal, New York, 30 years as Deputy Director and 3 years as Deputy Director of BVI Social Security Board, plus all those times working at SCATOS while going to school, I deserve to clock out with excitement." The soon-to-be 67-year-old SCATLIFFE-BOYNES shared why July 2nd is so special to her. She said, and I quote, "So, with much excitement, my retirement date is 2nd July 2024. 2nd July 2024 will be 33 years since I started working at Social Security Board. It will be Social Security Board's 44th anniversary, my 67th birthday, and now my retirement date. Full circle. To God be the glory." Congratulations to Ms. Jeanette SCATLIFFE-BOYNES on her retirement. We wish her an enjoyable one. Up next, we have more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
He hit me. Will CG cover this?
Don't worry. Remember when I was in that competitive arm wrestling circuit? 3-time champion, baby. I did feel bad crushing all those arms and dreams. So I took them all out for ice cream. And then we got crushed. Anyway, CG handled my claims fast.
That explains the arm.
The best cover for the best value. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Yo, everything good there?
Aye. This thing got me one way that day.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know?
Dad, this thing got me staying home. Keeping out that trouble me.
Wow. What's your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I watching ball. I've been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hooked, I tell you.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Recently, the Deputy Premier of the Virgin Islands, the Honorable Lorna G. Smith, OBE, during a press conference announced that she would be opening a district office on the sister island of ANEGADA, and on Friday, April 12, 2024, she became the first elected representative to open a constituency office on ANEGADA. The at-large representative, who also holds ministerial responsibilities for the Ministry of Financial Services, Labor and Trade, said in a Facebook post, and I quote, "Last Friday, tears came to my eyes as history was made with the opening of the first constituency office on ANEGADA. The resilience and hard work of ANEGADians have always impressed me. I am honored to support you both as your at-large representative and as the Minister for Financial Services, Labor and Trade." She added, "I am pleased to share this office with my colleague, the Honorable Vincent Wheatley, District Representative. Thanks, Sylvia Faulkner, for being my ears and eyes on the ground until I can get over twice per month. The office, which is located in the settlement, will be managed by Ms. Sylvia V. Faulkner and shared by the Minister for Health and Social Development and Representative for the 9th District, the Honorable Vincent O. Wheatley, in his capacity as the representative." And speaking of the Honorable Vincent Wheatley, the representative for the 9th District, Honorable Vincent Wheatley is advocating for an increased presence of government services and offices on the island of ANEGADA to better serve residents. Wheatley said he was pleased during a recent visit to see initiatives that suggested things were trending in a positive direction in terms of expanding access to key services and resources. He spoke in a recent sitting of the House of Assembly.
Madam Speaker, I've been saying from the time I came into this House, the need for government departments and ministers and so forth to visit our sister islands. And I must say I'm very pleased with the trend I have seen happen. I happened to be in ANEGADA a few weeks ago. I went with the Minister for Communication. And while I was there, I was so surprised to see a Rotary Club over there opening an Interact Club at the school. I think the Lions did something recently again too. And there was Social Security and there was immigration. And I'm like, wow, this is what I'm talking about, you know. These folks have to leave the sister islands to come to Rotown for very simple things sometimes, to go to Inland Revenue or to go to something. Within the departments, go to the sister island. It shows that we care. And we understand the inconvenience that they make. Now that's such great reviews from persons who are able to get services right there on ANEGADA.
The representative lauded Deputy Premier the Honorable Lorna Smith for recently establishing the first ever constituency office on ANEGADA, providing a local hub for residents to interface with their elected representatives. He argued that beyond just political constituency presence, key government ministries and agencies should also explore having permanent staff and resources based on ANEGADA to streamline services delivered.
I must commend also a Deputy Premier. She only goes to ANEGADA and encourage all ministers to go to ANEGADA. She's opening the first elected office on ANEGADA. And I think that's Friday. So the Deputy Premier is setting a tone, a trend for all of us to follow. We cannot make the sister islands ever feel, I think of the one in Jasper Neck also, that we're not thinking about them. Because I know I sit in this house, I sit in the meetings, I hear all the arguments people are making, advocating for the sister islands. I hear them. They don't hear them. They don't see us. So it's so important that when we show up, we go over and we support them, we hear their concerns, and we try our best to accommodate them the best we can.
Wheatley insisted that ANEGADA and the sister islands' needs cannot be overlooked or deprioritized. He stressed that permanent solutions are required rather than temporary stopgaps.
And to take more of the government services to ANEGADA permanently. It's good to go once a week or once a month, but there are also good those that can have a permanent fixture over there to make it happen. And I must commend the Premier and his team. for getting those titles almost there, very close to going over the edge to get those titles to those persons that have waited so long. We spent so many years working on this, but we're almost there, sir. Just a little more patience.
The Ralph T. and Idris O'Neill Foundation will be hosting its very first of many events across the Virgin Islands geared towards curating experiences that will lead to fundraising for scholarships for persons wishing to pursue career opportunities. Executive Director of the O'Neill Foundation, Miss Abby O'Neill, daughter of the late Ralph T. and Idris O'Neill, recently sat down with me to speak on how the foundation came about.
It really was something that my parents and I talked about many years ago, about creating a family foundation well before they were ill and retired even. And life happened. And so I thought it was time to do something to show that you can make impact in the community without having to run for office.
Absolutely.
Or scream out loud. And without having millions of dollars. You can partner with people, you can do small donations, you can do things and activities that will create impact and change people's lives in different ways. And that is why I got together with a bunch of like-minded individuals who either were close colleagues or relatives of my family, my parents especially, and they agreed to serve, and we established the Ralph T. and Idris O'Neill Foundation.
Additionally, she spoke about what her parents would have wanted the foundation to do and spoke on its scope.
We discussed it, and both my parents started out as educators.
Correct.
And to them, education is very important. I mean, they both are very proud of my nieces, who are, I used to call them Munchkins, but now it's Dr. Munchkin and Diplomat Munchkin.
Wow.
Amber and Syra Wheatley. Its main focus is education, but people think of education of just becoming a doctor, a lawyer, an economist, a profession where you wear a suit and tie. But there is the vocational education.
Absolutely.
There is education in the arts. There is media. There are so many types of areas in which people have ability and just need an opportunity to go from step A to B to really see and expand their talent and get that chance. And that's what we're hoping to push.
The upcoming event seeks to raise funds. Half of all the proceeds will be going to the H. Levy Stout Community College. For persons wishing to attend the event, here is what you can expect and how you can purchase a ticket.
I myself am looking forward to it. I mean, I will be working constantly all week. I think I'm going to book a room and I'm just going to enjoy the food and the service and relax and enjoy myself.
Beautiful.
But I really think it's going to be an outstanding show of culinary excellence. Our very own students are going to be working at this event, and that's a huge opportunity for them to see what a dinner for of this standard for 90 to 100 people will be like. Tickets are selling like hotcakes.
Wonderful.
Like hotcakes. So if you want a ticket, you should really get on it now.
And for persons who are interested, how can they get tickets?
You can get tickets by telephoning 284-499-0851 or emailing tickets at bvifoodandwine.com. And the prices, I mean, this is Rosewood Little Dix Bay. These are international chefs. It's a high standard. So single tickets are $300. And we've given the couples a little discount. So if you want to have a fancy date night, it's $500 for a couple.
Moreover, for persons wishing to contribute and donate their time and expertise to the O'Neill Foundation, O'Neill welcomed the support gladly. For the full interview, visit all 284 media platforms. And up next, we have more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Father Jesus, that line you long like church service.
Alright, you enjoy the rest of it. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. The British Virgin Islands is solidifying its reputation as a highly sought-after cruise tourism destination. This is according to Minister for Communications and Works, the Honorable Kai M. Reimer. Reimer, who recently attended the prestigious Sea Trade Global 2024 event, stated that discussions at the conference further highlighted the growing demand and interest from major tourism stakeholders in bringing more cruise ships to the Virgin Islands.
The BVI is desired. The BVI is a place where the cruise industry, they want to come to the BVI, and we are happy to try to facilitate that. I mean, we only have one pier, but most definitely we understand the demand, and we most definitely try to facilitate all the persons that are desirous of coming to our shores.
Despite acknowledging changes and much challenges with the infrastructure, the minister lauded the territory's exceptional tourism product, expressing confidence in the BVI's ability to build upon recent years of record-breaking cruise arrivals.
The BVI is desired. The BVI is a beautiful place. Yes, I know we have a lot of work to do in terms of our infrastructure, but what we have in the BVI is next to none. And, you know, we are here, we're speaking with all the cruise liners, the executives. We're looking forward to a beautiful season in 2024, and the numbers already coming in for 2025 would surpass those that we've seen anytime in our history. So being here at Sea Trade, you know, it speaks to how we are taking the cruise tourism serious.
As part of the accommodations to increase the cruise tourism interest, Reimer revealed that the Florida Caribbean Cruise Association is expected to hold stakeholder meetings in the BVI next month. The FCCA is a crucial industry body that serves as a liaison between cruise lines and destinations across the Caribbean and Latin America.
Well, the FCCA, we are presidential partner with them. Right. I think one of 4. So we have constant dialogue with them. You know, we're expecting them to come down in May to have stakeholder meetings where there will be encouragement to our community, the private sector, to let them to know how important the industry is to the territory. The cruise industry to the BVI, back in 2019, it was a $70 million investment into our territory. Right. So the cruise industry, based on the head tax, based on what transpired in the economy, you know, it's a benefit to our shores, and we embrace the partnership, and we know how important the FCCA is to us, because even after COVID, we work hand in hand to make sure that the ships come back, and they come back quite quickly.
On the matter of sports, the BVI Barracudas swim team is gearing up for upcoming meets in the region, with their next competition expected to be the Virgin Islands Long Course Championships in St. Croix in May. Our Kamal Haynes has more on this report.
Following a stellar performance at their first meet of 2024 in St. Thomas, USVI, where they clinched an impressive 23 top 3 finishes and achieved 36 personal best times, the team is primed for another shot at glory at the Virgin Islands Long Course Championships in St. Croix, which is scheduled from May 18th to 19th. 284 Media recently caught up with coach Rebecca Knuckles, the driving force behind the Barracudas' success. She shared her thoughts on the team's journey during a recent training session at the Cane Garden Bay Beach.
I'm honestly so proud of everything they've accomplished so far because it has been a challenge. Recently, the only pools that we've been able to use is on a Saturday. Banana Key are very nice and let us have a little bit of time in their pool. It's only a 12-meter pool, but it helps with their turns. And then just recently, Lambert Resort Hotel have allowed a couple hours a week for them to practice there. But not all of the swimmers are able to make those sessions. So the ones that are training on a Thursday, I think most of them do the Saturday session at Banana Key, but that 12-meter pool is their only pool time for some of the swimmers. So it is a challenge.
Rebecca also noted that training in the ocean does have a few benefits, including building strength among the swimmers, which has worked in their favor at previous meets. However, she said the negatives far outweigh the positives as she provided more insight into the challenges faced while training out at sea.
There's a huge list of challenges. I mean, just off the top of my head, there's waves. When there aren't waves, we quite often get jellyfish or little stingy things in the water. So if it is rough, we don't normally have the jellyfish, but when it is calm, we may get little jellies stinging. If we come down to train when there's a cruise ship in, avoiding all of the tourists who could be swimming or floating around on things, so avoiding all of those, and not being able to practice their turns and starts properly. And then the other challenge is not having a base of operations, as you said, like a facility.
Coach Rebecca said her focus is to have the team as prepared as possible with the available resources. She said the goal for 2024 is to field a BVI team for the upcoming OECS Championships later this year.
Basically, the swimmers' age, their group that they swim in is the age they are on December 31st at midnight. So some swimmers will have just entered a new age group. We have swimmers who just moved up from the 8 and under category, which means they can't do 25-meter races anymore. The shortest distance is 50. So they're adjusting to that new, like, 50-meter, 100-meter every single race. So we did just have, at the meet we just went to, we had 3 swimmers achieve B times, which is the motivational time. There's a chart and it has B times, double B times, then it goes on to A times and gets faster and faster. So we're really striving for those A times, but getting some on the chart and getting those B times, you know, when you see OECS, which is normally at the end of the year each year, the BVI hasn't been to that since before Irma. I believe it was 2016 the last time the BVI went.
Present during the training session were 11-year-old Lily Carey and 9-year-old Aaron Bisundat. Lily placed first at the last meet in the 11 and over girls 100-meter breaststroke, while Aaron achieved a B time in the 10 and under boys 50-meter freestyle, placing third, and second in the 10 and under boys 50-meter backstroke. Both spoke about their love for swimming.
It feels really amazing to represent something I'm really good at for the BVI. Like, I did come home with some good times and places and stuff, and since I was racing against older kids like 13 and 14, and I did really well with them, so I was very proud of myself.
I really enjoy swimming because I'm really good at it, and I really like it. And the last swim meet that we went to, I came back home with some really good times, and I was racing against older people because I just went up in age groups, and now I'm racing against 10 and 12-year-olds, and I'm only 9.
Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes.
Viewers, that is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284 Media and 284 BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I'll see you again tomorrow. Do have a safe and enjoyable evening. Happy Tuesday. Goodbye.